everybody? It's Mr. Bull 897. We're here with some more Farmer's Dynasty. Right now we're on a mission. Well, we're not really on a mission, but we're getting ready to be on a mission. We're heading up north to a woman named Becky, and she is going to give us our hay wagon, which will come in handy eventually. I mean, I don't necessarily need it right now, but hey, it's something. So we're going to head straight up there, and I will catch you when we get there, because driving in this game takes forever. It's building stuff instead of just plowing our fields, which is kind of nice. That is what most of these missions are, though. It's like fixing their property, basically. But, hey, free farm equipment, can't complain. Look at that. Just got a little,
Hello, do you need anything?
wagon.
Don't mean to be rude, but I have my hands busy. The worker's no good at
That's
all,
mean.
and there's so many things to be done.
Trashing your
Well,
own
perhaps
workers?
I can help. I'm looking for work.
Yeah, I'll help.
And you don't work for nothing, do you? Sorry, can't afford new workers.
So what about this old hay trailer? I could use it as a payment.
Huh, if you say so. But it don't come too cheap. I need this barn and greenhouses fixed. What do you say?
Got it. That's quite a lot of work.
That's quite a lot of work, but I'll do it.
Yeah. There's quite a lot of work. Okay. So first up, we need to fix her barn. We're just going to kind of run along the outside here. Basically what it consists of, just running in circles. I have a little strategy I've come up with for fixing things. I sort of run around the entire outside, then I go inside and fix everything, and then get up on the roof last. I have to pull out the scaffolding to get up there most of the time, and that's kind of, it takes some effort. I wish building was really this fast in real life, because I love building, but I just don't really have the time to dedicate to building things, and so it'd be kind of great if I could just like walk in circles and hold down a button or click and ba-boom, a whole new wall. The inside, I think, is pretty good. I wish my hay barn would had this much hay, but you know, just beggars can't be choosers. One thing I've noticed, and I'm not certain if it works or not, but when you store your hay, and like when you have your own hay in the farm, and you store it inside of buildings, it doesn't like gather. You like just drop the bales basically, and you can't really stack them that well. I tried. Unfortunately, it's kind of just a pain, but you can drop them in your cow barn, and I wonder if the more hay you have, if it starts to kind of do that thing, like pile up and look like real hay. That'd be kind of cool, because the cows don't need it in the bales. So there's two settings for the building too in this. One of them is click to build, where you click every time, like after they finish the animation, and I can like still do that. But the other setting is to be able to hold, and I kind of picked the holding because you can kind of walk away while you're holding down the button and look around, which is kind of nice for when you're trying to do things fast. I just wanted to point that out to you guys. I'm not necessarily cheating, because it is a setting in the game. Feels like I'm cheating because I can just completely walk away from what I'm fixing. Anyway, we're going to top off this roof. Get it? Top off the roof. See, there's not really any use for scaffolding after you're on the roof. You need it to get up there, but once you're like up there, you can drop off without hurting yourself too. That's kind of fun. And I haven't even fixed my own buildings, and I'm over here fixing everyone else's. Make it all pertified. That's what they call it in the South. It's pertified. I've done a lot of pertifying in my life. I'll say that. I'm not really from the South, though. I'm more from like the Midwest. You know, we're more inbred than the South. I don't think I'm gonna make you guys sit through the whole thing. It's pretty repetitive. It's just kind of grind down all the metal, and that's it. Just grind down all the metal and wait till she tells me I'm done, and then she gives me my stuff. So I'm gonna time lapse, and here we go. And we're back. We got all that done. It's starting to get dark, so we're going to have to head home soon. Let's talk to
It was
Becky.
a lot of work, but I just finished. All done.
Great, thank you. You may take the trailer, and here's something extra for me.
Yeah, buddy.
Thanks. I'll see you around.
Take something extra from you. I have no money, and all you gave me was a trailer and your likeness. We're going to head home, pick up some of our food, and head to bed, and then the next day we will move on to something bigger and better and brighter for our future. Now we should have, yes. We have the old hay baler down there, old cedar. We need the old grain trailer, but we also really need a harvester to do much. So really I'm just going to kind of focus on doing all the missions. It's kind of how I do it, and we'll see where we get from there. So I will meet you back at the farm. The tractor I'm going to put in there. I'm going to put my hay trailer, whatever. I'm going to put it in here because this is where we can store our hay. It's our hay storage. Unfortunately, I couldn't figure out how to like actually drop off the hay. I had like the hay bales, but which maybe that's how you're supposed to do it, but this barn's all beat to hell anyway, so it's fine. I will tell you, I'm terrible at backing things up in this. I can back the tractor up, no problem, but once I put a trailer on it, I've been struggling like none other. I don't know if you guys have tips or what. I can back up a trailer in most games. I mean, I can back up a trailer in real life for the most part, even. That extra hitch that these farmer wagons have drives me up the fucking wall. Right there. Okay. Unhitch that. I don't necessarily have to. I don't think. It doesn't really like tell you that you have to store anything anywhere, but I'm going to use this for all my stuff that's motorized. Because this does kind of look like a motor pool. And I want to keep stuff out of the rain, you know, as best I can. Let's close that up. Let's run inside. Let's look at our beat down house. Just the front door's kind of pretty. Here's our pantry. Now, we do start off with a good amount of food, and so I'm just going to move it all to my inventory because that will last us pretty much until we're able to start actually farming. August 2nd. That is one thing I like about this game is it seems to go kind of day by day, which is kind of cool. You know, I'm not going to worry about doing any of the work on the farm just yet, because we really need to get all our equipment in before we can really worry about any of that. So let's head over and talk to this John character. He runs the store, like the little store that's here. Talk to the stranger. Alright.
Hello, I'm John. I'm the
Hi,
tradesman
John.
here. Best prices, you know.
Oh, I see. What's your trade?
A bit of everything. Nails, soap, some food, you know. I'll also buy fresh food from you, if you can spare. Nothing big, but I could use some fish, apples, mushrooms perhaps, you know.
Well, that's really good to know. I'll see you around.
Alright. Not going anywhere, you know.
He has like little fancy gifts and food. That's pretty much all he carries, I believe. And we can, as we make stuff in the future, we can sell things to him, which is pretty cool. Like eggs and milk and different things that we just kind of gather over time. Alright, we're pulling up on the farm down here, figure out what this guy needs from us. Hopefully we can get his old hay grain. His old grain trailer. It'd be cool if he had a hay grain trailer. That way we only need one to worry about. I have enough issues backing one of them up, let alone both. He needs quite a bit of work done. I've switched over to my Xbox controller. I'm going to see how that works for me. It might be a little easier. I don't know.
Can I help you?
I am new around here, looking for a job, interested in farming machinery.
Sounds good. These buildings are falling apart, and I know nothing about construction. I have an old grain trailer. I can spare if you help me. Interested?
Sure, I'll do it for the trailer.
I'll do it for the trailer.
So he's got a greenhouse and a barn. I have a feeling I'm fixing both of these. We're going to fix up this guy's greenhouse and his barn, I believe, and hopefully get ourselves a hay trailer, and a grain trailer that we can lug on home. I mean, that means we should be able to get our harvester soon, and we might harvest our first round of crops before we finish getting everything. Just simple grinding moves. I like to grind it. We all know this. I had a brief intermission there. Anyway, I think we have the entire outside of this just about done, except for the roof, of course. But the roof on these are really easy to do from inside, so that's nice. We don't have to climb up there to do it. Let's head inside now. Fix up his little greenhouse. It's so cute and tiny. Then he also wants us to fix up his barn, I believe, so we're going to have to do that. This early on is pretty much just, I mean, in general, it's a farming game, so it's going to be repetitive. That's kind of the point. But early on, it's really repetitive in the sense that it's just go here, do this, get a piece of equipment. And we really have to have all of it to plant anything. We can start working on our own farms a little bit before we have everything. You know, if we don't have all the stuff we need, it's not going to be terribly effective. What's the point in harvesting the whole thing when we don't have the equipment to plant it? Fix up his old barn, which, I mean, is pretty entertaining. With our own stuff, when we fix it up, he showed us earlier that we can upgrade stuff too. So, like the roof, for instance, of our house, when we fix it, it's pretty much all wood, but when we have the money, we can change it out for ceramic, which is pretty awesome. Like ceramic shingles. I think that's going to be something cool to dabble with. And we're not going to be able to do it till we have money, though. That's the problem in games like this, is we really need to make some money. And if you guys know me and know the games I play, I always like games where the focus of it is to get money. And that's kind of my focus at the moment on the channel in general. Not necessarily for me to get money, but to play games where I get to get a lot of money. I enjoy it. I don't know why. I always have. I also have a degree in business now, and that's probably why I enjoy games that are all about making a lot of money. Oh, I can't get to that. Okay, so let's fix these. Sometimes you like really can't tell a difference on what you're fixing. Sometimes you can, and it's pretty cool. I think that's got to be one of the coolest features of this game here, is honestly just the fact that, you know, you have to do maintenance. And I don't know if it, like, actually deteriorates over time. I think they're planning on adding that in the future, and by upgrading the stuff, it makes it last longer. I don't know if that's in the game at the moment. This is, I believe, early access. And, I mean, it's pretty cool so far. The world's not quite alive yet, but from what they're planning, it seems like they're getting the main concepts of the game down, and then in the future they're going to make it where you feel like you're part of the community. That's what separates it from the other farming simulator games, in my opinion, is that you just feel while you're playing it like you are one of the farmers in this bodunk town. We're going to just kind of put up a good amount of scaffolding just because I messed up with where I put it. So as I said earlier, I absolutely love building things myself. And I don't know why, it's just something I've always really been into, and I feel like I'm decent at it, believe it or not. I'm not good at many things, and those of you that watch my channel know that. I'm decent at building stuff, and so that's kind of why I like this game a lot. And I've been looking into that house flipper game that's coming out. A lot of YouTubers have been playing it recently. I don't have my hands on it at the moment, and honestly, I don't necessarily want to play it yet. As cool as it looks, it doesn't quite look like it's polished enough. Like, this game isn't necessarily super polished, but in House Flipper, as far as I could tell, the only way to really actually make money is to do the little side quests, and that takes a lot of time. I don't really want to do the side quests per se. Like, I would do them if I had the game to make my first round of money, but it's a game about flipping houses. You should be able to make money off of that. And I mean, it may have been updated since the last video I saw. I'm not sure, but that is something that I would love to play in the future when it is hopefully in a lot better standing. That is something that I would definitely consider putting on this channel if you guys are interested in that in the future, when I believe right now you have to have a special code to get into it. I don't know if it's, at least last time I checked, they even like took it off Steam to where they were only giving out special codes, and now I don't even see it on there. So Anywho, we're done with our scaffolding, so let's go ahead and round this all up to our new friend.
All fixed.
Good to hear that. Thank you. Now, you may take the trailer. It's yours.
Why, thank you. I
Thanks.
definitely need this trailer. See you around. I skipped some of the conversation because I don't know if you guys can tell, but the voice acting in this isn't necessarily spectacular. Alright. I'm going to try and do this stuff in first person. Make it feel more awesome. Real. Alright. Our new trailer's all the way over here. We're going to pick that up and we're going to head back home and get some of our next equipment. It looks like a boat dock. Let's see what, if we can... Can I drive one of these boats? Oh, they're not in the water. But I can come out here and fish later on. That is something that's... I believe it's in the game at the moment. I haven't been able to do it yet. I don't know if you have to, like, get a fishing pole. I don't know where to get a fishing pole to begin with. But that's something that's supposed to be in this. I think it's supposedly in right now, but I'm not certain of that. Anyway, this is our grain trailer. This is going to be the, like one of the main parts of what we need in this game. We're going to be using this a lot. And heading home. So be sure to join us on the next one where we're going to continue gathering up our equipment. And hopefully we're really not too far out from being able to harvest. I mean, we still need a seeder, fertilizer, a manure spreader, quite a few different things, and then there's also a hay baler that we get, but we're not overall too far away from being able to harvest. So we may be doing that soon. Once we get our harvester, we may harvest a round of crops to give us a little bit of money, and maybe plant up our greenhouse and get some chickens or cows. That's something to think about, but we'll see when we get there. So be sure to catch us on the next one. I'm Mr. Bull897. I'm going to be signing out.